and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today our group will be presenting about the Haccp plan for our seafood products, which is salted fish. Before we get started, let me introduce to our group presenters that consists 6 members in total, which are Fatin Nadhirah Binti Anuar, Siti Nur Aqilah Bt Mohammad Nur, Aisyah Bt Mazjad, Syaqirah Binti Azmi, Amal Adriana Binti Ahmad, and Nur Aqilah Bt Zulkifli.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aisyah Bt Muhammad Mazjad. I'm the first presenter for this group. First, I'm going to talk about the introduction to HACCP, or Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, or Haccp. So Haccp is recognized worldwide as the most effective managing system for food safety. Managing food safety is important to avoid any hazard that can harm the public consumer. And the implementation of the Haccp system in food production means to control all stages of food manufacturing, and that includes the purchasing of raw material, handling of raw material, processing, packaging, distribution, and also consumer handling. Okay, this is our company profile. Our company name is Valtameri Shifudo Berhad. Valtameri means ocean in Finnish language, and Shifudo is seafood in Japanese language. So we was established in August 2018, and our mission is to produce high quality salted fish that suited all palates, and our vision is to turn salted fish from local traditional food into a world-class recognized cuisine. And our motto is Salty Vibes. We are located in Taman Industri Permai, Jalan Teluk Dalam, Port Klang, Selangor. We can be contacted through our phone number 0351929472 or through our official email address saltyvibes@valtamerishifudo.com, and you can also visit our website www.valtamerishifudo.com.my. Okay, next is the organizational chart of the top management of the Valtameri Shifudo Berhad. The first one is me. The name is Aisyah Bt Muhammad Mazjad, and I am the chairwoman. Next is Miss Syaqirah Binti Azmi, the vice chairwoman. The third one is Amal Adriana Binti Ahmad, the head of marketing department. And the fourth one is Fatin Nadhirah Binti Anuar, the head of production department. The fifth one is Siti Nur Aqilah Bt Mohammad Nur, the head of research and development department. And lastly, Miss Nur Aqilah Bt Zulkifli, the head of human resource department. Okay, this is the Haccp team and also the job scopes. All the top management staff are directly involved in the Haccp team. The first one is me, Aisyah Bt Muhammad Mazjad, the chairwoman. In the Haccp team, I am responsible for the overview management of the product process, and also verifying and documentation of the non-conformities and also archive. The second one is Miss Syaqirah, the vice chairwoman. She is responsible for contacts with the beneficiary, establishment of contract with the raw material supplier, and also taking measure if product withdrawal from market happens. The third one is Miss Amal Adriana from marketing department. She is responsible for control of logistic and dispatch, after sales service, and public assurance management. The fourth one is Miss Fatin Nadhirah from the production department. She is responsible for managing production process, product design and development, and also managing the pest control, garbage, and also waste. The fifth one is Miss Siti Nur Aina from research and development department. Her responsibility in the Haccp team is the product research and development, and also product inspection and laboratory tests. The last one is Miss Nur Aqilah Bt Zulkifli from the human resource department. She is responsible for managing the personnel qualification and also training of the employees. Okay, this is our food safety policy of Valtameri Shifudo, and I am going to go through very briefly this document. First one is we are committed to continually enhance the reputation of the product that we produce. Second one is we are serious in terms of maintaining and improving our food safety guideline. Third one is we are determined to continuously improve and train our employee skill. And the fourth one is we will ensure the food safety policy is fully comply in all level of organisation, because we believe that the food safety is the responsibility of all employees that has a direct influence to ingredients, packaging, manufacturing, storage and also the transportation of the product.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Aqilah Bt Mazjad. I will continue to explain the process flow of our product, which is salted fish. Okay, the first one is receiving of raw material. The supplier will send the fish to the process plant. There will be a QC check to make sure the fish that we receive are correct, and the most important thing is all the fish must be in good quality. After that, the fish will be stored to keep the fish are in good condition. Then there will be a sorting process which the fish will be sorted by their sizing, and the process of gutting and washing can be done. We will remove the internal organ of the fish. Then the process of salting and curing. We will arrange the fish layer by layer in styrofoam cooler. On top of each layer, we will put the salt and we leave it for overnight. On the next day, if the fish are already dry, we will do the weighing process for 100 grams each pack. Next, we will do the packaging process. We use vacuum packing method with low density polythene LDPE. After that, we will do the labeling. The labeling on the package are self-adhesive. There will be also a labeling for distribution to the buyer to ensure all the stocks are sufficient. And then the salted fish are stored for the last time, waiting for their turn to be delivered. Lastly, loading and dispatch process. All the salted fish will be distributed to the buyer and consumer. Now I will explain the product description. Our product name is Valtameri Shifudo. Valtameri is a Finnish language which means ocean, and Shifudo is a Japanese language which means seafood. So it will be ocean seafood. As we informed, we produce salted fish, so obviously our raw material is fish and salt. For packaging, we use vacuum packing method with low density polythene LDPE, and the labels are self-adhesive. The packaging is suitable for fish, meat and poultry to provide an excellent oxygen and moisture vapor barrier. Next, our brand name is Fasana. We combine our initial letter from our names. Our product characteristic is glazing product because the fish will be coated with salt. The suitable temperature for our product are at the room temperature. Hence, the fish will be stored in 20 degrees Celsius until 25 degrees Celsius. The shelf life for our product is about 2 months in room temperature. Even the fish are perishable, but we have done the preservative methods, so the fish will be in a good condition for a long time. The intended use for our product is the salted fish must be cooked prior to consumption, and our customer are general public as it is suitable for everyone. Next, our product will be sold in retail store such as Tesco. On the packaging of our product, there will be a labeling instruction for the customer. We have labeled that the salted fish must be cooked before consumption and keep refrigerated after the seal is opened. It is to ensure the salted fish are safe for consumption in the future. For special distribution control, we only use normal temperature truck, as salted fish do not require any specific temperature as long as the seal is not open. As I said just now, our products are suitable for general public, so there is no sensitive ingredients or allergen. Then, for rework materials, we do not have any process or material rework. Last but not least, the traceability. In this slide, I wrote 20K001. The first 20 is the indicator for the year it's produced. The K alphabet represents the month, and we start January with the letter A. Here we put K letter as the indicator for November. For the last three numbers, which 001 means it is the first product we produced in that month.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amal Adriana binti Ahmad, and I will continue with the potential hazard in raw material or packaging material. So firstly, we use fish, which is gelama fish. So for the biological, is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is a significant hazard, which is severity 2, likelihood 3, and significance 6. And what measure can be applied to control this significant hazard is, firstly, we can regular cleaning of the pond by changing the water once in a month to avoid the water from being contaminated. And secondly, reducing pH and water activity are effective means to control the growth of most pathogenic bacteria. And for the last question is this raw material or packaging material a sensitive material? Yes or no? So for the question 1 is yes, for the question 2, yes, and for the question 3 is yes. So overall, it is a sensitive material for the biological for fish. So next, I will continue with the potential hazard for chemical in gelama fish. So firstly, is this a significant hazard? For the severity 1, for the likelihood 3, and for the significant 3, so it is considered as yes. And what measure can be applied to control the significant hazard? So firstly, we can store chemical in designated area away from the pond and processing area. Make a standard practice for staff after maintenance to properly clean and remove all chemical residue from contact surface. And lastly, do not use excessive grease or lubricants on equipment. And for the last question, is this raw material or packaging material a sensitive material? For the question 1, yes. Question 2, yes. And last question, question 3, yes. So overall, it is considered as a sensitive raw material, which is yes. So, for the potential hazard for physical for gelama fish, so firstly, is this a significant hazard? For severity 3, for likelihood 3, and for significant 9. So, it is considered as not a sensitive material. And for what measure can be applied to control the significant hazard? So, firstly, install an effective detection and elimination system for physical hazard. Example, metal detectors or magnet will detect metal fragment in the production line. Secondly, inspect raw material and food ingredient for field contaminants such as stone in cereal that were not found during receiving. And lastly, eliminate potential source of physical hazard in processing and storage area. Example, use protective acrylic bulbs or lime cover to prevent it from happening. And lastly, is this raw material or packaging material a sensitive material? For question 1, yes. For question 2, yes. But for the question 3 is no. So it is not considered as a sensitive material or sensitive raw material for physical for gelama fish.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Nadhirah binti Anuar, and inshallah for today I'm going to proceed and continue to the next part of our discussion about raw material. So we also use sodium chloride as our raw material in making this product, and the potential chemical hazard that may contain in sodium chloride is sodium and chlorine. And the rationale of the hazard that can happen is due to the inspection is not done thoroughly during the making of sodium chloride according to the standard given, and also amount of chemical use is over the limit according to the guidelines that have been set by our government and our authorities. And it is important to highlight here that sodium chloride is not a significant hazard, and it is a sensitive material. The measure that can be applied to control this hazard is, number one, the managers need to ensure and educate their workers to put amount of chemical according to the standard guideline permitted by authority. And number two, inspection should be done thoroughly during the making of sodium chloride as to ensure right amount of chemical have been put into the sodium chloride. And number three, ensuring all the measuring equipment are well functioned, and the workers as well need to well train to use the equipment effectively. Next, sodium chloride also contains physical hazards such as metal fragments which come from glass and plastic. Rationale for this hazard to happen is due to the glass fragment may slip into the salt whenever the processing involves the use of glass container, and overhead lamps that may break and the glass fragment then slip into the salt, and metal detector is not functioning properly and do not able to detect any metal fragments that contain in the salt. And for the physical hazard of sodium chloride, it is not a significant hazard, and it is also not a sensitive material. There are few numbers of measure that can be applied in order to control this hazard from happening, which are, number one, we need to put a cover that surrounded the overhead lamps so that neither dust nor glass fragments slip into the salt. And number two, we need to ensure that there are a constant inspection done by the head manager and ensuring the metal detector is working properly. And number three, scrutinizing item to determine whether they are worn, and remove the worn item immediately before they break and slip into the salt, into the raw material. And number four, we need to inspect glass to make sure they are still in proper condition and do not have any cracks. So I believe that in order we want to avoid this hazard from happening, we need to apply all of these measures adamantly. Lastly, we also use plastic as material for packaging. Potential chemical hazard that may contain in plastic is colorants, surfactants, and flame retardants. And rationale for hazard happen is due to the poor handling in using stabilizer and plasticizer that can actually lead to health issues. And as well as toxic reaction from plasticizer are also reported involving inflammation, mitochondria, and carcinogenicity. So is a plastic a significant hazard? No, it is not a significant hazard, but it is a sensitive material. So in order to minimize all of these hazards from happening, there are few measures that can be applied, which are, number one, staff should have appropriate safety gears accompanied by great ventilation to permit the free and fast escape from toxic fumes. And number two, to ensure that plasticizing devices are managed correctly as to avoid any toxic reaction. And last but not least, having a highly effective system for temperature control and always use the materials suggested by our government and our authorities.
Okay, now we move to the processing step. For the first step is receiving. We found that there are three potential hazards occur during this step, which are from the biological, chemical, and also physical. From the biological and chemical aspect, there is a significant hazard, but it is not a critical control point. Then, from the physical aspect, there is not a significant hazard, thus it is not critical control point. Now we move to the second step, which is storage step. For the storage, we found that there is one potential hazard occur during this step, which is from the biological hazard, and then we found that there is significant hazard occur during this step. Thus, from this step, it is a critical control point. The third step is sorting.
For the sorting, we found that there are two potential hazards occur during this step, which are from the biological and also from the physical. From the biological, there is a significant hazard, but it is not a critical control point. From the physical aspect, it also a significant hazard, but it is not a critical control point. The next step is gutting and washing. For the gutting and washing, we found that there is one potential hazard occur during this step, which is from the biological aspect, and then it is a significant hazard, but it is not a critical control point. Now for the next step. Is sorting and curing. For the sorting and curing, we found that there is one potential hazard occur during this step, which is from the biological aspect, but it is not a significant hazard. Thus, from this step, from the sorting and curing, it is not a critical control point.
Okay, so I'm going to continue with hazard analysis of weighing, which is the potential hazard might be biological and physical. So the biological might have the occurrence and residues of Vibrio, Salmonella, Shigella, and Listeria. So there will be cross-contamination when using the same way for a lot of fishes. So is this a significant hazard? So we look at the severity, which is 2. 2 is can cause serious illness. Okay, can cause serious illness. Then the likelihood is 1, which is the common occurrence. So the significant become 2. So is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is. So what measures can be applied to control this hazard? We can emphasize the hygiene and practices among workers while handling. Okay, so is this weighing process is a CCP? The answer is no. Because of what? Because there are no contamination occur at an acceptable level. Okay, next I'm continue with the physical hazard, which is metal fragment. So the hazard might be happen is the part of the machine might attach to the fish. So we look at is this a significant hazard? So okay, we look at the severity. Okay, the severity is 4, which is can generate a customer complaint. Okay, the customer might complain if there are something are not used to occur in the product. Okay, so the likelihood is 1, common occurrence. It always happened before. Okay, so the significant become 4. So is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is a significant hazard. Okay, so what measure can be applied to control this significant hazard? We might ensure the machines are working properly during the production. So is this a CCP? Yes. No, it is not a CCP, because there are no contamination that might occur at unacceptable level. So I'm going to proceed with packing process. So the potential hazard during the packing process is physical hazard, which is the occurrence of insects. So the hazard might be leaking lead to insects occur and have cross contamination. So is this a significant hazard? We look at the severity. The severity is 2, which is can cause serious illness. So the likelihood is 1, which is common occurrence. It used to happen during this process. So it the significant become 2. So is this packing process is a significant hazard? It is, yes, it is a significant hazard. Okay, what measures can be applied to control this significant hazard? Okay, so we can place the product in the closed container and store. Other than that, the worker must ensure the cleanliness of storage rooms are well kept and maintenance. So is this process step is a CCP? The answer is yes. Why do I say this process is CCP? Because we are using a vacuum packaging method for our product. So the vacuum packaging itself to prevent the occurrence of biological occurrence such as any microorganism that live in oxygen. Okay, so yes, and this step is a CCP. Then I proceed to labeling process, which is the potential hazard might be chemical hazard. There are various solvents in printing method that could contaminate the product. So the hazard might be the chemical of the color and ink on the label for labeling might contaminate the product. So is this a significant hazard? We look at the severity, which is 4. Can generate a customer complaint. Okay, if the ink are melted, it will cause and trigger the customer to complain. Okay, so the likelihood, which is 1, it is common occurrence. It is always happen. And then the significant become 4. So is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is significant hazard. So since the significant hazard falls between the value 1 to 6, so it is categorized as significant hazard. So next, what measures can be applied to control this hazard? So by using high quality of non-toxic sticker and in color for the process. Okay, high quality of color. So is this process, which is labeling, is a CCP? It is not a CCP. Okay, why it is not a CCP? Because there are no contamination that might occur at an unacceptable level. Okay, next, the final storage. So the potential hazard might be occur during the final storage is biological, which is the occurrence of pathogenic bacteria. So these bacteria might be occur when there are uncontrolled temperature and unhygienic handling that can lead to contamination. So is this a significant hazard? So we look at the severity. Severity is 2, which is can cause serious illness. Then the likelihood is 1, which is common occurrence. It always happen during this process when production.
run, when production is running. Okay, so is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is a significant hazard. So what measures can be applied to control this hazard? So the workers must handle the appropriate temperature for the storage. So is this process step a CCP? No, it is not a CCP, because the following process can eliminate and reduce the hazard that might occur in this product. Okay, and then lastly, the process is loading and dispatch. Okay, the potential hazard that might be occur during this process is biological hazard. So the biological hazard might be occur is the residue of pathogenic bacteria such as salmonella and others. Okay, so this occurrence of biological hazard might affect and occur when there are uncontrolled temperature that can lead to multiple reproduce. It also when the raw products are not separated with ready to eat products. So is this a significant hazard? Okay, we look at the severity, which is 2, can cause serious illness. Okay, the bacteria can cause serious illnesses to consumer. Okay, so then we look at the likelihood, which is 1. It is common occurrence. Then the significant become 2. So is this a significant hazard? Yes, it is a significant hazard. So what then what measures can be applied to control this hazard? So we can install the transport temperature device and handle temperature accurately according to the type of product. Also, we can separate the transportation for raw food and ready to eat food. Okay, so is this step, which is loading and dispatch, are CCP? It is not a CCP. Why it is not a CCP? Because there are no contamination that can occur at unacceptable level.
Okay, now we move to the Haccp summer plan. For the Haccp summer plan, the first critical control point is from the storage process, and the potential hazard is a biological hazard. And then the critical limit is the temperature storage of raw material must be kept between -1 degree Celsius and +5 degrees Celsius. And what we must monitor during the process is the temperature, and how we must monitor is check the temperature of the storage, and what is the frequency is every 3 hours, and who is responsible to the for the monitoring process is a production operator, and what are the corrective actions during this process is we must ensure that the temperature of the storage is between -1 degree Celsius and +5 degrees Celsius by checking it for every 3 hours, and then all of this we must record it as a CCPY.
Okay, so next CCP, which is packing. There are potential hazard, which is pest occurrence and also contaminated packaging materials. So the critical limit is leaking lead to insect occurrence. Also, materials from authorized supplier does not meet requirements. So the monitoring method, what is going to be monitored is the packaging itself. So how it can be monitored by visual inspection. Then how often it is going to be monitored. It is going to be monitored every 30 minutes. Okay. Then who is going to monitor this packing process? So the production operator itself. So the corrective action that are going to be used for this CCP 2 packing. First, the plastic packaging must be made according to sanitary design principles. So the packaging materials must be according to the guideline. Okay. So next, the prevention and control measurement schedules should be recorded and reported. So the production operator must have its schedules, and also record and report the monitoring process. Then lastly, the rejection instruction to supplier. Okay, so the company must tell the supplier and give them guideline to the material of the package and the packing material, so that it will be follow the guideline. Okay, then the next verification. First, verify the records. Next, calibration of thermometer, and lastly, spot check on operator. Okay, that's all.
Okay, as for the conclusion, based on the hazard summary plan of the salted glamour fish that we have done, this product is safe for consumption, and the hazard that might occur that you have listed in the table number 5 are highly preventable, and if correct preventative measure is taken. So, as stated in our food safety policy of the company, we will strictly follow all the safety guidelines and abide to the rules to create a safe food processing environment. Thank you.